If you're teaching English in primary and secondary schools anywhere in the world, this series is for you. We'll be looking specifically at how to develop students' speaking skills. English language teaching has the same challenges the world over. We'll be observing a range of primary and secondary school teachers teaching in their state schools in Thailand. So what are the challenges when teaching speaking?
The difficult thing for me is intonation and accent.
They seem to be afraid of making mistakes. They want to speak exactly like the book.
When it comes to the speaking part, too shy and hard to encourage them.
My students are more used to reading aloud than speaking English naturally.
So how do you get your students speaking? We've asked teacher training expert John Kay to take a look at some typical lessons and offer some tips.
Teachers experience similar problems when teaching speaking. I'll be looking at a number of techniques to help students develop their spoken English.
So here are the teachers and the problems they face.
Take your seats in your group. I'm teaching grade 3 and 4 students. Before you guess, teaching speaking to my students, it's a bit difficult or unnatural because we are non-native speakers.
The more you involve your students, the more motivated they'll be, and this will have a positive effect on their fluency.
Shirt, black jeans and a white sock. Thank you.
I've been teaching grade 10 to grade 12, age between 15 to 18. As a teacher, I just talk a lot. If I can speak less and patient enough to wait for their response, it's maybe better.
One of the fears of a teacher is that if you're not involved, you're not doing your job properly. But sometimes doing your job properly means taking a back seat.
I have been teaching for 30 years. It's too long.
With the accent of Thai students, we cannot make them speak exactly like the native speaker.
R, L, V, H is too difficult for the student.
By introducing the students to a visual representation of the mouth, we can clearly show the position of the tongue when forming a sound like the unvoiced T.
I teach grade 12 and the English level is intermediate. They hang on to the rules. If they can't say this right, they prefer to keep silent.
You need to reassure your students that making mistakes is okay. Quite often they're doing something which is personally quite challenging, so praise them for their efforts, encourage them. If a smile will help, smile.
Thank you.
However you're watching the series, the next 8 programmes will cover a range of topics, from teaching pronunciation to activities to fluency.
I think the speaking skill is more important than the other skills because this is the skill for communicate with the other people around the world.
The British Council's Teaching Speaking series will get everybody talking.